Hey folks, Jeffrey Miss with Northman Adventures here. Gonna do another project truck walkthrough. This time we're gonna do it in 3 parts. The Bronco video was something like 35 minutes long, almost 40 minutes long, and it just got a little cumbersome to edit, and I figured we'll break it apart. So this time we're gonna be walking through the 77 F150, and I'm gonna do, like I said, 3 parts. We're gonna do the exterior, engine, drivetrain, and then interior. So each video I'm thinking is probably going to be 10 or 15 minutes long, but anyway, let's get on with part 1, which is the body, exterior stuff. So let me grab this camera and we'll start doing a walkthrough here. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so what you see is what you get. This truck is about as OEM as you're going to get. The only thing that I have done to it is replace plugged wires, ignition control module, distributor cap, and rotor. So this is about how I found it. So yeah, I found it actually just down the road, right that way, actually about 3 miles, and it was parked underneath a tree since what was it, I think 1994. There you go. That was the last time this thing was registered before I got it. So anyway, you got your typical patina, you know, from sitting there that long. Got the roof going, all that, but really it's in remarkably good shape. Unfortunately, it is not a well, we'll get to it when we get to the engine part, but it is not an AC truck, but everything else is pretty much OEM and how it came out of the factory. Now, it is pretty rust free, though we do have a few little dings and dents. So I don't know what happened here, but I'm looking like the hood probably got jammed back. I'm gonna try and yank this and pull it forward with a stud gun and a sliding hammer. We'll see how that goes. You can see where it kind of bulged down, and I don't know that it hit the hood, but it definitely dented it. So either way, worst case scenario, I can source that piece from, well, probably didn't see that, this piece from a wrecked truck, or probably from a salvage yard. These don't rust very often, so this should be pretty easy. Like I said, stud gun and sliding hammer is my first goal. The rest of the fender is pretty dang straight until you get to the door. So I'm guessing the door got swung wide. The rest of the door is nice and rust free, but kind of like the hood, not 100% what happened here, but I think I'm going to be able to salvage it, stud gun, yank it forward, and try and flatten it out a little bit. I don't think you can see it very well. There you go. So we'll see what we can do to salvage it. Worst case, it's not going to be replacing the door, I don't think. Worst case, we'll just do the skin, but I think we're going to be able to save that. Pretty easy for the most part, but we'll see. Anyway, but the rest of it, again, is a pretty solid door. I'll show you the interior, but the bottom of the door, you get your typical little flaky rust here, but nothing in the door jambs. So like I said on the Bronco, man, if you're looking for an old 70s truck, at least on the Fords, find one that has these diamond plate running boards, man. They save your rocker panels in a big way. But yeah, so rust-free door except for that dent. Hoping we're going to be able to salvage it. I think that's going to be pretty easy. And then see the bed, pretty straight bed on this side anyway. I'll show you the other side, and typical rust in the fender wells. This one's not too bad. I think the outer is going to be toast on this one too, the outer wheelhouse. So I'm going to be ordering both sides when I order the Bronco stuff, both patch panels for both sides, and the inner or the outer wheelhouse as well, just to have it in case I need it. I don't want to start breaking into this and finding out that I need something and I gotta wait. So I don't like doing that. The rest of it got a little bit of a crease here, nothing crazy. Should be able to flatten that out, and Bondo will take care of that when we start skimming it. And then there's this little rust hole here. They actually do make a panel, an extension panel for the bottom of the bed. I don't know if I'm going to order that or not. I hate to order a whole panel just for like 4 square inches, but that might actually be the easiest thing to do. Yeah, we'll see. The rest of it is pretty darn straight. Tailgate, not too bad. Well, we'll get to that tail light in a minute. So now this truck, this has that Ford Explorer cap. It's all fiberglass. These things are beefy as hell, but once they start cracking, they really start cracking. Now everything functions like normal, but I don't think, with what I have planned for this truck, I don't think I'm going to save this, at least not for this truck. I might keep it, but I don't know. We'll see. Most people just throw these away. I hate doing that because these are kind of a piece of Ford history, but we'll see. Previous owner cut a hole in, put one of those vents in, and there's a little crack up front. So I honestly don't know how good it's going to be to save this thing. Probably won't, but we'll see. I know for sure it's coming off this truck, well, we'll get into that later. I don't want to spoil anything. As far as the bed is actually in really good shape, or the interior of the bed. No rust holes all the way around, no big dents or anything like that until you get to this termination panel here. Now, they don't repop this, as far as I can tell, this little piece here. I don't think they repop it, but even if they did, I'm probably just gonna make something, because really it's just a sheet metal that's bent over, and I just have to get that angle right. But it's not rusted through down here either. So it's just this top piece. I'm thinking I'm going to be able to just replace this and just kind of scrape all that rust out and get in, make a little lip with the bead roller, and make that fit. The tailgate is pretty straight except for that dent right there, and that might be probably a stud gun and a slide hammer as well. Bumper's gonna go, we all know that. Oh, this one, that we'll get to it in a minute, but the truck doesn't run at the moment, but that is so I can move it around with the trusty old skid steer. But anyway, little side note there. Okay, so passenger side tailgate, I'm sorry, tail light. The story on this is that the truck was hit from behind by a runaway horse and carriage, and it just happened to hit right there. That bar that goes between the horses hit right there. That kind of sucks, but again, I don't think it's too terribly bad. Again, stud gun, yank this out. We got a little bit of a, I don't know if you guys can see that very well, a little bit of a dent there, and I'll be able to see it better from this side. There you go. A little bit of a dent there. We can pop that out, and then obviously it got shoved in, so we're gonna yank it out. This should straighten out as we pop this out. This should draw the metal back to the outside or to the right, and solve that problem for us. And luckily, this it's not in the truck. This little trim piece we actually have. It was in the back of the truck when I bought it, so we don't have to worry about that. Now the downside to this, and yeah, I know we got the rear fender well on the side too. The downside is when that horse and buggy hit this thing, you can kind of see it up front. We'll kind of go. It rippled the metal right here. I don't think it's going to be anything that we're not going to be able to take care of. Just a little hammer and dolly, get that straightened out, get this little factory crease formed out, got a little bit of a rub mark, and of course the cancer, but that's okay. Patch panels, and this one we already know I'm going to need the outer wheelhouse on this one, so this is why I'm just going to go ahead and order both of them. And I'll probably, I don't know, this piece looks pretty straight, but we got that little rust right there too, so we'll take care of that. Other than that, the bed is in really good shape, and this is as far as 70s Ford trucks go, that's all the rust really on both of those sides. And this door is in really good shape also. No rust, just surface stuff. I don't know, he did some foresight and did a little bit of primer work, but all that is just surface. No rust in the rocker panels. Again, man, these diamond plate floorboards are awesome. Door is solid all the way around. Roof, a little bit of surface rust, nothing crazy. And then the front fender, a couple little dings and bruises here, right there. That's, I mean, this is minor stuff. So but yeah, so this truck is as I got it underneath the tree. Haven't really done anything. It was running, so we're gonna get to that in a moment on part 2 of this video, or this video series I should say. But other than that, let's do a quick walk through, since we're only at like 12 minutes or something like that. Let's do a quick walk around. So what I got planned for this truck, and I'll get into much more detail with it too, but what I got planned for this truck is a mid-80s style build. So if you were around in the 80s and 90s and you were in high school, you're gonna love this truck, because that's what I'm gonna do. With a little bit of a modern flair to it. All right, so that's the 77 exterior. That's part 1 of this series. I'm gonna go ahead and record video 2 and 3, which is, again, like I said, the engine, drivetrain, then the interior. Won't post them up on the same day, but we're gonna split them apart a little bit, make shorter videos, and hopefully you guys can kind of drill down to exactly what you want to look at. If you want to look at the engine, you don't have to go scrolling through 30 minutes of video to find the engine. You just go to part 2, and that's going to be the engine. So anyway, all right, so I'm going to sign off here. That's the exterior of the 77 F150, second project truck, or project truck 2. We're going to be building both the Bronco and this truck side by side almost, because they really, as far as body is concerned, they both require the exact same work for the most part. Rear fender wells and the fender extensions just in front of the rear bumper. Other than that, both trucks are pretty much identical. Ironically, they both need a work on the driver's door. Bronco needs a new door. This one just needs a little massaging, but we'll see how that all goes. Anyway, all right, part 1's over. Signing off. See you at part 2.